What are some interesting or fun Christmas traditions you follow? We always have Pizza Hut on Christmas Eve for dinner. It started when we would go to the children's mass at 5 p.m, but it would be so crowded you had to get there at like 3:30 or 4 to get seats, and then it would be almost 7 by the time we would be done. My mom hated having to figure out a way to make a formal dinner after church without getting hangry kids, so one year she just said screw it. Order a couple of pizzas to be ready to pick up on our way home from church. 20 or so years later, we usually go to midnight mass, so now it's pizza and beers while we're hanging out getting ready. One less stressful nice meal to plan, it's routine and everyone's happy. Back in the 90s, McDonald's had Bernard and Bianca ornaments as Happy Meal toys to promote rescuers down under. They had to be hung next to each other on the tree. When I went no contact with my mother, I lost access all my Christmas ornaments. My eels have the same ornaments. It makes me happy to be able to hang them next to each other on the family tree at my Mills house. I have an obsession with ensuring that the house smells like Christmas. For example, those scented pine cones some local box stores sell. I get a bag or two of those and distribute them around the house. Sadly, they don't really last too long. Something kinda fun we did was open one gift the day before Christmas. The grocery store had a good price on pineapple here, so we picked up an extra one and dropped it off at our daughter and fiance's house. He asked if it was some weird family tradition to give a pineapple during the holiday season. We all replied it is now. Last year I made a wreath with my now ex. It was a lot of fun. And I think I'll pick that up again with my new girl. Whoever and wherever she may be. Canadian here. We have family in New Zealand that we send/receive gifts from each year. We open their gifts on Christmas Eve because of the time difference, making it Christmas Day there. On Christmas Eve we get to open one present. We would get Nerf weapons in our stockings, like the little guns you get at the dollar store. And after dinner we would always have a battle. One year we got swords. That was a dark Christmas. My parents used to make 15 to 20 clues for us to find our main present. Word clues, letter clues, number clues. The clues would bring us all over the house and sometimes outside. We didn't have a good relationship with our parents, but Christmas Day kinda made up for it every year. Made Christmas morning last for hours finding our gift. One year I got a hamster. It was friggin' awesome. Me and my two sisters always give a short musical performance for our parents and have done since we were little. When I was little we used to blow up our Christmas tree on New Year's. Tons of people would come over near midnight and we'd bring the old tree out into the field behind our house. My stepdad and his friends would wrap it up in fireworks, stand back, and initiate a countdown. At midnight he'd hit the button and the tree would just explode. I can't even describe it. All the kids would get sparklers and other people would bring their own fireworks. It was crazy. As a kid, it was the best thing. Every year we do a rock/paper/scissors championship and we draw a double elimination bracket on a giant piece of cardboard. We have been doing this for over 10 years now and even have a makeshift trophy that we spray painted gold. Last year I won for the first time. My uncle comes round and beats me. I'm 33. The beating has changed. At my mom's, on Christmas Eve, after dinner, and after all the presents have been opened, the final gifts for the kids are brought out. And the Nerf war begins. When my family is giving presents to each other, we don't address each other by our real names. We use nicknames that relate to the person. Example, the type of car someone has, the instrument they play, or just a funny nickname we call them, like Willie Goldtooth Jackson. My sister, 2 neighbors, and I have been filling up luminaries on our neighborhood street for almost 2 decades now. They're just paper bags with sand and a candle, but it does look very neat once we light them all on Christmas Eve. Stockings are my favorite part of Christmas. Every morning my mom would wake up early to put a can of whipped cream in our socks. I'm 19 and now live on my own. My mom mailed me my stocking, and I'm going to wake up early to put a bottle in it for myself. I don't like whipped cream that much, but I attach a lot of good funny childhood memories to it. Happy Cake Day my Tumba. Our family researches the Christmas traditions of a different country every year. Mostly it comes down to the food and some activities. We all learned a lot, and realized how boring a traditional American Christmas can be. We've done Sweden, Denmark, France, Germany, Poland, Japan, Ireland, Mexico, and this year is Italy. We have a little globe we stick a pin in on each country we do, and we get an aluminium flag ornament for each country, and hang them all from a suspended wreath, with the globe hanging in the center. Yes, there is US flag there too. On Christmas Eve Santa hides a pickle ornament in the tree. Whoever finds the pickle first gets the pickle present. I thought this was something everybody did growing up, turns out it's not. When I was a kid, we used to get dressed in all black like burglars for Operation Candy Cane. My grandmother would take 8 or so of us grandchildren around to these PVC pipes sticking out of the ground shaped like candy canes. A quick wrap with some red ribbon and you got yourselves a huge candy cane. My brother, 27, my mom and dad, both 57, and I, 24, all sit on one couch and read the picture book Walter the Farting Dog. Chocolates tied with string and put on the Christmas tree as edible decorations. As kids we would want to wake up super early and my parents would be exhausted from staying up all night wrapping presents. So they would wrap cereal boxes and put them front of all the other presents and a note from Santa, "Open me first," so we would eat cereal then wake my parents up after. They bought themselves an extra 30-ish mins. Even when I got married, my dad called my spouse the first Christmas my spouse and I had together to make sure he knew about the Christmas cereal tradition, and my dad is a man of few words. It was very sweet. So we wrap cereal for Christmas and eat it first before we open up the rest of the presents. Nothing super exciting, but my family eats a seafood dinner for Christmas Eve. Crab legs, shrimp, and scallops, usually. Though, we've been having trouble finding the crab legs this year, so we might have to forego those. Spaghetti bolognese for Christmas dinner. It started when my older brother was little. He was the fussiest eater, hated vegetables and would complain every year when she spent all morning cooking traditional Christmas dinner that he didn't want to eat. So one year she said, "Fine, what do you want?" And he said egg and chips. So they ate egg and chips for Christmas dinner. Then a few years I came along and my favorite food was, and still is, my mum's homemade spaghetti bolognese that she stews all day. It's absolutely delicious. So now we have spaghetti bolognese for Christmas dinner. Stockings. We always have a nice gift in there along with the cheap fun candy and knickknacks. But we don't get to open the stockings until after Christmas dinner. It's like a nice little nightcap on the day. When we pull out the decorations, the first thing we do is pull all of the various stuffed animals and figurines out of the tubs and arrange them in a circle. This is the Christmas Council. It is presided over by Lord Bishop Sock Monkey Reindeer, a sock monkey with sewn-on antlers and a large candy cane that resembles the shepherd's crook that Catholic bishops carry. Lord Bishop Sock Monkey Reindeer then strikes the floor with his candy cane/staff, which we make the sound effect for, and says, "I, Lord Bishop Sock Monkey Reindeer, call this council to order, and declare these festivities begun." And then all the Santas and snowmen and Victorian-dressed mice and teddy bears in ugly sweaters that make up the rest of the council respond with a hearty, "Oh yay! Oh yay!" Then we can start decorating. Each year my family hides a tiny pickle ornament on the tree and all the kids try to find it. The one who finds it first gets $20. It can get pretty heated, not gonna lie. Gifting Nerf guns to each family member and having an all-out Nerf war and ultimately losing 90% of the darts. My wife and I always fill each other's stockings in the same way that both our parents used to when we were kids. We fill each other's stocking with their favorite candy, hygiene items, toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorant, soap/shampoo, a gift card and a toy or something. This year her toy/other item is a bottle of her favorite wine. It started with our first Christmas together, and I jokingly said I was gonna fill her stocking the way my parents used to, and then she said she'd do the same. Neither of us realized until Christmas Day that our parents filled stockings the same way. Naked soaking at the hot springs. The tree of shame. My dad, long ago, began collecting the tackiest ornament he saw while out shopping each season. Eventually we had so many that my mom and I bought an equally tacky tree on which to hang all of them. So, in a corner of our kitchen, sits a 3-foot, violently fuchsia Christmas tree, festooned with the best dregs the holidays can offer. Highlights include a Chinese takeout box, a ketchup bottle, a miniature can of Bud Light, and an ornament of a slice of avocado toast. It's always a morbidly hilarious guessing game to wonder what might make it onto the tree each year.